Hello, Felice. Hello, Lisa. Hi. Do you have sound now? Tell me we have sound now. Yes. Okay, good. I can't handle any technical things today. I've been running around and it's been very, very stormy here. I dragged my son out and made him come with me to Sephora to help me film today because I didn't know how I was going to be able to swatch 30 foundations. Hope you guys found that helpful. Hi, Raina. How are you? Let me get my keyboard out of the way here. Okay. A couple things I want to mention. In the future, if I do a giveaway and you are not from the United States, we found out the hard way that can be really crazy costing to send something out of the country right now. I did a gift card to Sephora Canada for Jocelyn the other night. If I wanted to send that little lip thing to her, it would have cost me over $40. And then there were tariffs on top of that, plus the cost of the item. It was like crazy. And she was the one who said, you don't have to send it to me. It's going to be crazy. Hey, Molly. Hi, Jocelyn. Talking about I gave you what I gave you instead of the $9 million package. Just FYI, I'm using the Overachiever eye masks from Wise. I wish that they were the kind that you could keep reusing. I hope they come out with something like that, but these are amazing. Vitamin C, peptides, caffeine, all the things I need. So everybody's here. Hi, guys. Sarena and Molly. We had Felice and Lisa, Joss. Okay. What's up, everybody? We have a new foundation in town. Oh, something else came today. The new Victoria Beckham packaging, I give it like a minus 7 million. Everything I get now is crushed. Everything comes crushed because it's in like those envelopes. And I realize it's a liner or whatever, but come on, you know, like make it presentable. I haven't even opened it. I've been using all my Mature Beauty ones because they're so good. So this is the new navy, Noir. It's very pretty. Let's see how blendy it is. Oh, it's got a lot of sparkles. All this is coming back, you guys. Gen Z decided to have an opinion about themselves and not be like everybody else. And now they want to express themselves and find a way to do that through makeup. That's why I posted that funny thing where I was like, if you're seeing this, you're probably having hot sweats and brain fog. You like the Peter Thomas Roth eye masks? I like any eye mask. I use these on my whole face. The Dr. Malaxin calcium ones, I put them here, and then I'll put them under my eyes also. They like plump things up, which I really enjoy. I have like a backup of that, and they have like a stick too. You have to leave soon to pick up your at the airport. Oh, try to get back out when you get back. Well, we'll miss you. Going to the airport's no fun. You heard Mature Beauty liners are wonderful. They are beyond wonderful. I like need to send her a DM because I've followed her for a long time and we sometimes chat. It was so weird to think about any other liner besides Victoria Beckham. And like Sarah Creel creeped in and Molly like got me on those for the waterline. But now that I've tried Mature Beauty, I feel like my waterline belongs to her now because I don't get the transfer and it stays all day. It's crazy. Okay. I got a little mascara. I love these little mascaras. Every time I order from Victoria Beckham, I get the Vast Lash, and this is what I bring with me like on a vacation. It's like a fresh mascara, so you get like a lot of length, and it's just nice to have. Okay, so I did all those swatches for you guys, and then I rushed to get out of there, and I got home, and I started looking at the footage when I was uploading it, and I'm like, I totally think I got the wrong shade. So I went back and settled on the same shade again. So I didn't make any changes, but I did make myself crazy. You need to try Mature Beauty. You guys, I am telling you, I want her to come out with like a champagne for like the waterline, but they're so good. They're so creamy. I'm going to use one tonight. We'll hold on the Victoria for a blue day. The only other thing I picked up today is the Melting Lip Balm from Tatcha. I guess this launched today. There's 4 colors. They're not really colors. I'll show you. It's uploaded onto my phone yet. There's so much coming. All the girls at Sephora were like, we haven't seen you. I'm like, nothing's been coming out. Okay. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. All right. We're in business. Hello, Rebecca, my beautiful friend. You saw Gucci on the Today Show today, and she and her husband had a Zoom today about the foundation. Ooh, Raina, I want to hear. I want to hear about everything. Oh, Judy, hi. Judy, you have to get in our Instagram group. I know. I have to launch the website. It is happening, you guys. Like it's so freaking expensive. I've got to like figure out how to like onboard some people really quickly because whoa, you're curious about the Westman Atelier. Me too. I had it on my arms, but not my face. Hey, you were on the Zoom? Rebecca, do you want to come on here and just talk for a minute? I can add you really easily. It was very technical. Haha. Yeah. Hi, Jocelyn. On shoot. I forgot about the Zoom today. Oh, I'm sure we could watch it. Exciting, Rebecca. Ooh, whoa. About the process, and she was going to release last year. Yeah, I have the whole story that I read from Vogue, so I am going to tell what I know, and you guys please fill in the parts with me. Yeah, Rebecca says she's the pro. She is the pro. Girl, my friend called, and I stopped paying attention to the Zoom. Was it me? Yeah, technically on Insta, but never used it. Resistance. Well, you can't be resistant because you could be in one group. It's just called, what do we call it? Like only the best or something like that. I don't know. I always type in the O and it comes up. Anyway, let's try this out. It says, inspired by Torori, the melting moment of effortless softening, we created this irresistible lip balm in the smallest letters possible, designed to melt into a nourishing oil supporting natural lipids to revolumize lips, locking in plumping moisture and helping to repair the delicate lip barrier, all in an irresistible glossy sheer tint. Okay. Show you what it looks like on my hand. And we'll put this one on. There's 4 colors. And like, I don't even think they're going to like look very different from each other when they're on. me find it. Here we go. Why does it say it's synced with my iCloud, but then it's not here? You guys, hang on. I'm literally going to show you my phone. You guys can pull this up on your computers. There are 4 lip glosses. And that's what they look like on my hand. So there was like a purpley color, like a lilac-y color. It was kind of cool. And then this one had like a little bit more coral to it, and then kind of beigey, and then kind of like a little something of pink. But when they spread out, they like weren't very different from each other. They were all just sort of like the same, and you can kind of see where I've like spread down toward the bottom. They're underneath them. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're all the same color. So I picked the lavender because it was kind of interesting. It's got a silicone top, kind of bends. It's like an interesting shape, like a back bend. It's like a lip balm doing a back bend. Huh? Okay. It's got some slip. Let's see if it rejuvenates my life. I have so many lip balms. It's crazy. I'm going to take off these eye patches. I have no makeup on. I came home, washed my face, read the Vogue article, and basically fed my people and ran up here to do all this. You would have stopped paying attention for the Zoom? You're not on Insta either? Oh, Jacqueline, just be on it with us. Pretty soon it won't matter because we'll have the website. My eyebrows are definitely growing from this grande. So I've been in kind of a couple questions that I have. I think that the EU is banning products with prostaglandin. And I don't know how that would work considering that it's a prescription medicine also, Latisse, that you can get from a doctor. So I don't know how that works. I don't live there. And anytime I've tried anything that doesn't have the crazy chemical in it, it doesn't work. So I'm sure the United States will keep up just like they did with sunscreens, and we'll get one in 25 years. My eyebrows are like growing for the first time, like since I went crazy on them in the 90s. I had like them over plucked, and I just have like weird spaces now. I'm very into my eyebrow gel right now, if I can find it. It's just the Rare Beauty one. I was like, I'm going to try like what's the most popular eyebrow gel. And this is what they told me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. And I like it. It doesn't make them like stuck to my face. I can't stand that. I just think that it makes you look a little bit younger when they're sort of groomed, but not severe. I don't do severe anymore. Okay. Hi. Let me get these off. wise, please make reusable ones. I want to tell you guys about some products that I've been using that are inexpensive and that I really think are interesting and they're going to be good for tonight. I discovered this rice toner. I know I'm very late to the party. This is from, the brand is called I'm From. It's the I'm From brand. And this is their rice toner. It's very liquidy and wet. And it's an essence. And there's no mica or anything like that. But the rice gives you this really pretty kind of pearly glow. And I liked it so much. And I felt like it really was like making a difference. So when I was at the Korean market that I go to, well, first I picked up this because this is just the serum of what I just put on. So it's basically, you can get it in a serum or an essence. You definitely don't need both. It's the same thing. Just two different ways to get it. This is a little thicker. I like the watery one as part of like juicing up my skin. Banned in the EU makes you a little nervous that it really is a good thing. Yeah, that the US bans nothing. It's scary. I bought myself a mug today. I'm always up here drinking coffee and it's ice cold. And I was like, I should get one of those little heaters that they have. And then I started thinking, why don't you just get a stinking thermos? So I did. Bought myself a thermos today. The essence is really nice, but this is like the major discovery. And this is super cheap. The brand is called Skin Food. They also have a whole carrot line that's like supposed to be fantastic. I just was into the rice. So it's a brightening cream. There's no mica in here. I looked at the whole formula. It's thick, but gel. Okay, so it's a gel texture. And when you put it on, it kind of feels like water breaking, a little bit thicker, but it's definitely gel-like. It's very light, but it gives your skin, like not in a, I put mica all over my face kind of way, but in a like inner glow, like that you wish you had because you used to a long time ago. I like rice things, any brand, but particularly the I'm From and the Skin Food. You use prostaglandin and eye drops for glaucoma, the only thing that keeps you from going blind. Oi, Jocelyn, I think Europe will ban is for cosmetic reasons only. Could be. Yeah. I mean, if someone needs it for that reason, then oh my God. Yeah. You agree, Jocelyn, only for cosmetic use. I would think that that sounds reasonable. I seriously don't watch the news anymore, like for real. I want to turn the fan on in here. Hang on one second. Okay. It's like I'm freezing, I'm hot. I'm freezing, I'm hot. Today I had to wear something where I could take my sleeves off. So I wound up picking this up at the Nordstrom sale. It's just like a little, it's like arms, you know, it's like a little bolero kind of situation, but it's so good like for a restaurant, you know, like when you want something, but you don't want like something all over you, but you wish you had like a blanket. I kind of think that's what this is. All right, you guys. I don't understand why I don't have all of my pictures synced, and it says that it is synced. wonder if I can sync it here. Well, the good news is all of the videos are online for 24 hours until I figure out what to do with them. So all the swatches that we did, it's a very interesting product. The background on this is she started working with a Korean skincare genius who patented a delivery technology that they like to throw around a lot of words. So I'm going to try to not throw the words around and sort of explain it. But she spent like a long time making her skincare for the face and for the eyes with this Dr. Raymond Park. And they made a really sophisticated system. They wanted it to be the way that skin layers itself. There are fats and like ceramides, lipids that kind of go around the cells. They're like the grout around the bricks. And they wanted to create something that would mimic that and promote that kind of structure. So her skincare is wildly expensive. And the foundation, I don't know if it's like pricing in the makeup world, but she seemed so expensive for such a long time. Like she came out like, well, who are you with your $75 blah, blah, blah. And now it's like her foundation is less than $70 and it's Westman Atelier. It's kind of interesting. So, okay, the important thing to know about the skincare stuff is this Dr. Raymond Park. He has a patented technology for this it's called lamellar, multi-lamellar, skin compatible formula. It's got 12 actives in it. And last year she was supposed to launch the foundation and she was not convinced that it was the best foundation in the whole world. So she pivoted and partnered with a Spanish company that specializes in this kind of exosome technology that she's talking about. So she's trying to do two things with this foundation. She's trying to make your skin look really good, and she also wants you to get skincare benefits from it. And I'm always like, when the makeup and the skincare come together, it makes you kind of nervous. It's almost like when they say that your SPF is in your foundation. That's not going to be your only SPF. But the fact that there are studies that they did, I don't know on who, and I don't know who performed them. I couldn't find out. I couldn't research the answers. She did not have that publicly available, but she has her study on her website with 30 people in it, I think it was, and they showed that wrinkles became less. The foundation, basically, here's the brick wall. She wanted something that would mimic that structure and try to organize the fats that are in here in the same way that the skin does. And then use like these little delivery guys to come in and give you the skincare inside of something else. So liposome is like fat, and then inside it, they put something, and then that goes where it's supposed to go. That's like the theoretical big picture, sciencey part of it. The thing about Gucci Westman is that she's known for beautiful complexion. When you see her red carpet looks, like she just did Anne Hathaway in her, Devil Wears Prada. She always does Jennifer Aniston. She's got tons and tons of really beautiful celebrity clients. And their skin always looks amazing. And she wanted to have the best foundation. And I started thinking about it like, okay, her foundation stick, I think a lot of people like because she doesn't do silicones, and that was like kind of during like the clean beauty phase. She still has the same set of standards, but I think that no one's leading with clean beauty anymore. So it's mentioned, but it's much more about the technology. When she came out with the other product, the one that was in the little bottle, the foundation bottle, the foundation is $93 here. Not Tom Ford expensive, but not affordable. Did not like the stick foundation. I did not either. I'm not a huge fan of it. My skin is very dry, and at the time or whatever, it just really didn't work for me. So I just never went back to it. And when I bought the other one that was in the shaky bottle, that was just like, I couldn't keep it on my face. I mean, everybody complained about it. So she really took this seriously. She put oligopeptide, which is the one that everybody wants. That's supposed to, make you really look younger. And a couple other peptides and niacinamide, vitamin B3. And in Vogue, they said the foundation's peptide complex is also encapsulated in exosome technology. So she is saying she put those actives into a fat and that they are going to go into your skin. That is the exosome technology. What do the peptides do? The oligopeptide one that everybody talks about, that one is a growth factor. It's when you see EGF on a package, it signals that your body should start healing a wound, and it gets things going. It's why I do microneedling, because I want to give myself those little mini wounds, and then my skin says, oh yeah, we'll fix that for you. And it kind of gets things going again, which is especially hard when you are either going through menopause or you've been through menopause. So the growth factor is nice. And then you guys have probably heard the word matrixyl. That's the palmitoyl pentapeptide. These words are really needing coffee. Palmitoyl pentapeptide. That's the one that you hear, matrixyl. And then there's another signaling peptide. So it's related to how the cells attach to the fats. It all works together. And the interesting thing about this foundation that I think is different from any other foundation is that usually when you see a blurring effect, they're using some kind of mica or some kind of silicone. And she didn't want to do that. And she figured out with all these scientists that, I'm sorry, I want to quote her first because she had the best quote. Gucci's line is, blurring is a play on light and texture. That's what she told Vogue. I think that's so awesome. I want to say it again. Blurring is a play on light and texture. I love that. What does it mean? It means our fine lines and things that are shadowed are going to look better. But she also wants you to know that her formula in here is going to help you in the long run with your wrinkles and other things, but also these amino powders are going to blur the complexion. She found a way to blur without silicones and without the mica. And this is what, these soft focus powders bounce off of the light. It is a beautiful bottle, nice and heavy, which you can expect from Gucci. Now at Sephora, when I went today, none of the lids were on. It does say Westman Atelier on there. It is not magnetic though. You need to push it down. You can feel that it's, on or off. And I like the pump. The only thing I will say about the pump is it's very hard to get less than one pump. You know how some pumps you can kind of do like a half a pump? I was having a really hard time with my arms swatching all of them because so much was coming out that I started putting it on those fragrance strips because it was just so ridiculous, like to try to get it on and off. But obviously that's not going to happen to you at your house, but you don't need a lot of this. Let's talk about the brush. The brush that she was using looks like it has, I want to pull it up. It was $100. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot of makeup coming out and I have really great brushes, but I do want to see what's so fantastic about it. I know that it's made in Japan. Here we go. The store that I was in did not have this, by the way. Here we go. Let me share this with you. Okay, that's what the brush looks like. And it says, whoa, hold on. Okay. Chrome is like doing something weird. A precision engineered brush designed to pair with the Suprême Bio-Complex Liquid Foundation, ideal for any liquid foundation. Let's see what happens next. It looks like it's flat on the top. And I think the whole idea is that it allows you to control and put on a very thin layer. She is not one to look like makeup. It says Suprême Bio-Complex Liquid Foundation, blend formula seamlessly in upward and outward motions for a natural finish. Clean regularly with a gentle brush cleaner, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the brush. Let's find the foundation. She did discontinue the liquid shake up, by the way. Okay, so she's selling these as like different sets. If you have not purchased yet, I'd like to just see. Here we go. Okay. The shade range I felt like was really well represented. I think that, let me take down this comment just so we can see that. It's a nice shade range. I feel like there was good representation color-wise. When I went to go and swatch everything, I gave you guys a set of swatches in the chat that I did not post because I didn't have every skin tone. I only went from fair, light, and medium. I just wanted to look at undertones. And so I put the neutrals together and the warms together and the cools together. And I do feel that, number one, this is a skewed warm set of colors. I do think that if you have a cool undertone, truly like me, you will find yourself wondering, is there a shade for me? I was in between choosing, when it finally came down to it, F3 was what was recommended to me on the quiz. And if you're my skin twin, that means you're cool pink undertone, fair skin. So I also was playing with L1. There wasn't a whole lot of difference. I texted some pictures and I really would like my photos to update here. I wonder if I close the, I'm going to quit my photos and see if we can jumpstart it. Yes. No. Hang on one sec, guys. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Instagram. I'm going to turn off the volume. You guys remind me so I don't lose. I don't have to delete the whole video. If I go into our chat, yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, yay. I'm going to take this down for a second. I want to mute. Okay, it's muted. Okay, if we hear a sound, I'm going to have to like push stop, but let's see if this works. F1 neutral. F4 neutral. L1 neutral. L2 neutral. I'm going to turn it down just because there's music playing. M1 neutral. M2 neutral. These are all the neutral shades. M5 neutral. So these were all the neutral ones. And you'll see how much came out on one drop. That's like one pump, you guys. So it helped with showing you guys the color, but not so much like, you know, blending it like I would normally. But I was really trying to exaggerate it because I didn't want my skin to affect your swatches. Those are the neutral even though it's hard not to. Everything turns orange on me, so you have to remember that. Cool. F3 cool. L3 cool. These are all the cools. F1 neutral. Wait, that went to neutral now? Hold on. F4 neutral. There we go. L4 I have a giant bruise, warm. I know. This is where I was trying to put the neutrals, the cools, cool. And then the warms. There were only 3 warm shades, supposedly. L5. And when you look at the foundations, cool. It definitely looks like there's more M1 than 3 warm neutral. Ones, right? She says a lot of things are neutral. All the ones down at my wrist are in the neutral family. The middle ones are the cools, and the top of my arm was the warms. M3. There is definitely an oxidation that happens if you go into a M4 store. I recommend you swatching a good range, like maybe 5 shades, and shear them out the way that you would like a foundation, M5 and then walk neutral. Around the store, go do other things, get a bite to eat, get a coffee, and come back to your arm a little bit later. I don't know if it's oxidation or if it settles into the skin or what. She says that because her formula is so much like skin that it actually like blends into it. Anticipation. Prostaglandin. It's the Grande Lash ingredient. Hi, Linza Lim. Hi, welcome.
The only alternative is that I do them.
Jocelyn noticed the Do It All balm will be on Amazon. Guys, I love the Do It All. It does it all.
L4 warm.
That's so exciting. It's a great foundation. I was just thinking that I needed to like restock on it. So anyway,
L5 cool.
All of these are on our Instagram. You can take a look at them. The thing that I just want to bring to your attention is that I think that even though this is not a sheer foundation, this is definitely what I would call a medium buildable coverage. I actually put foundation on today because I haven't been wearing foundation and I didn't want it to be like super weird. So I had the Victoria Beckham on during the day today because I was thinking, okay, they're both claiming skincare and not the same kind, but they're both claiming skincare and they're both saying foundation. Now, the one thing that I want to just point out before we get started is that there have been a slew of serum foundations from like every brand. I feel like the people who make skincare formulas and makeup formulas came to these meetings and said, we've got this great base of serum foundation. You can put it into, we can change it around for you. We can work on the formula, put, colored pigment in it. It works. And you can launch a serum foundation. I think a lot of people definitely went that direction. Gucci did not. This is a whole different kind of foundation than what we've been seeing from everyone, with the exception of Hung Van Gogh, who went matte. I think this is her skin looks like skin. She says she's been mixing things together, skincare and sprays and all kinds of things her whole career. She wanted this to be the ultimate foundation in every way, shape, or form. She wants it to be in a level of its own. And if she saw this foundation, she would think it was the best, even if it wasn't hers. Where in Canada are you? If you want to keep it private, you're here in Ottawa. You're excited about this? I am too. Let's take like a 2-minute break. I'm going to organize myself and we're going to apply this and we're going to put on some Westman Atelier and we're going to talk all about skin. Does that sound good, guys? Keep chatting. I'm going to mute this for 1 second just so I can like use the ladies' room, and we are going to town. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to wear makeup. It's almost fall. Oh, by the way, for those of you who would like to waste $40, this is the size of the pencil case. For reference. Here, let's get her eyeliner. There you go. You could put about 5 of them in here. It's fantastic. I thought it was like a bag. Honestly. Oh, and Molly turned me on to this Dr. Althea 345 Relief Cream Mist. It is delightful. The spray is like, so good. Like during the day, crusty face. This is so excellent. Almost just dropped the foundation. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Everybody take a break. Go get something to drink. And we are going to have some fun with foundation. And I pulled out a whole bunch of her makeup. So we'll play with it. Okay. See you in a minute. Hello again. Okay, we got to plug in. Well, maybe not. We'll try not to. Okay, so we know that Nicole Kidman always looks great. Jennifer Aniston. I mean, these are our heroes, guys. She's been doing their makeup for years. Cameron Diaz, gorgeous stuff. Her problem with her whole line has always been she represents the best skin, but didn't have the best skin product. So that's what she set out to do. She went into skincare first, got into that technology with the exosomes like we were talking about, and that lamellar, the lipids between the cells. She did that whole the whole thing with the skincare was to make the fats line up and have this structure there that was the same. Let's get through the skincare. We're done with the skincare. She didn't want silicone. She didn't want PEG. She didn't want talc, and she didn't want synthetic fragrance. Those were like her no-goes, and she couldn't make it happen with the chemist that she had been working with in Korea. So she switched to the Spanish biotech company. How did they get the slip up for silicones? Coconut alkanes are very high, which are very silky and slippery. The blurring is what's so interesting. As we get older, we start to have pores that are bigger and wrinkles that you are more visible that you can see. Kind of makes like peaks and valleys on your skin. It's the way that the light is hitting us. It's why we often highlight so that we can light up certain parts of our skin. But the blur is what we love. We'd like to walk around with the filter on all the time, which is what she set out to do here. She wanted to change the way that the light was perceived on your skin. Not like your pores and lines are going to like disappear, but you could have like an optical illusion. She did this with the amino acid powders. The Inky List says that it contains lauryl lysine, which is an amino acid derived powder that feels silky, has slip, it adheres, it's soft focus, and if you're oily, it's going to absorb a little of that oil. But the cool thing about this way of blurring is that it's not powdery, so it's not matte and flat and drying. You know what I mean? Her whole thing was she wanted to have the filter without that, and it was like a three-year project to get light, texture, blur, coverage, color, and even out the skin tone. That's what we all want, right? So the skincare is in this. It gets delivered through the little vehicles that she has. You get their niacinamide. What is encapsulated is this peptide complex that she's using. We're getting some antioxidant support. She is claiming weightless feel, medium coverage, natural hydrated finish, skin-like appearance, blur, smoothing, reduced appearance of pores, excess oil absorption without dryness. This is her study. 30 people, 97% agreed it immediately reduced the look of pores. So we're talking about the cosmetic look that you're getting. People thought that reduced the way their pores looked. And then after 4 weeks, people said that they had brighter skin tone and that their wrinkles appeared less than they did before. So for today, you get better makeup, and for later on, you're going to have skincare benefits. So I think this is interesting for us because whenever they start talking about blur, usually they're adding some mica, and we worry about being too sparkly and shimmery, and that can sometimes make us look more textured instead of less. So here we go. This is the story of the Westman Atelier. Let's see what it looks like on a palette. I'm going to put out one pump. I had to prime all the ones at Sephora because I was the first person to do it. Takes a couple. Okay, there we go. So I get a little bit of a run, but not a lot. If I turn it this way, let's see if it'll still run. It's pretty grippy. You really respect that she has kept her prices the same in a time she could gauge them, and she never puts out money grabs, and everything is passionate, thought out. I totally agree. Her prices did seem pretty outrageous when they first came out, though, because we didn't know her. She was known in like the celebrity world, but we didn't know her. And here she was like charging some of those prices like Tom Ford, which now, like, who's Tom Ford? You know, like he's gone. I am usually using this for foundation. I think today I actually might go with this. It's a Refer Shoto 5 because it's got that flat side and you can get a very, very light coverage. I know it's not normally used for liquids, but I really don't think that there's anything else that's a lot like her brush. Let me just take a quick peek. Well, actually, we probably could get something similar with the sheer buffer. I don't know. I really kind of want it to be like flat, like her brush. I'm going to try this. I can always wash the brush. So we're going to use this today and just kind of see how it goes. Couple things. I'm dry. I'm 58. I'm tired. I'm dehydrated. And I don't have any primer on or anything. I always put something on. So today I'll just put one little bit of the Suku primer. It's not glittery. It's basically just a little hydration kick. No coverage. I really want to get an idea for how this is going to behave on very, very dry skin. So we'll let this settle for a second. I was looking at my face the other day, like my eyes and stuff. I'm like, oh, there's just so much here that didn't used to be here. Okay. She says to start in the middle of the face. She tends to think that people need the most coverage here and the least coverage out here. I'm not into looking like I'm wearing a mask. Do I have hair thingies here? I like skin to look like skin. And I kind of go with what Lisa Eldridge kind of says with put it on to even your tone and then go in with concealer where you need it. They were outrageous, but now everyone surpassed her and she stayed the same. So it seems reasonable. It's so warped after seeing the Louis Vuitton prices, how like everything's like, oh, I'll just get 7 of these. I put this on my hot computer. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to go in. She put it on so that the brush was starting to absorb the product, kind of like priming it. And a little goes a long way. And I will tell you that I know this because I saw it on my hands. So I am really going to pat off because I really want this to look like skin. So I'm going to start here. And I am not a big spreader. I'm more of a kind of a pat, but I'm just trying to use really delicate strokes. Look how far this is going. I am going to put it under my eyes to see if we can get away with not wearing very much concealer. Okay. Look at how much foundation is still on this palette. Trying to just do 1/2 of my face. Let me get you guys a little closer. There we go. Now I've got definitely some pigment out here that I'll have to use a concealer for. It feels like there's, you know, like not product on me. I don't feel the foundation. And I did in the store because it was getting way too much. I mean, I just primed the brush and did pretty much what I need for this whole side of my face. And I still have all this left. Let's let this kind of do its thing. And I'm going to get in a little closer here. It's very pretty. It really is very, very much like the kind of foundation where it's not too glowy. I'm going to use this side just to sort of, I like to use a brush like this. I'm not much of a sponge person because I feel like it takes a lot of the moisture out of the foundation, and I like the moisture on my face. All right, what do we think so far? What color is this? I'm so sorry. I'm like the worst person on the internet ever. F3. This is Fair 3. It's cool toned. Sorry. Sorry, Judy. It's not you. It's me. It's me. Sorry. This is F3. Fair 3 cool. And that's a decent shade match, I think. I was going insane trying to decide, but I do think, look at how it's like settling into the skin. And she was saying that it's going to do this, that it's going to sort of become one with the skin because it's structured the same way that our skin is structured. So we're getting like that immediate evening of tone. I mean, I definitely look like that redness over here is down from this side. It does look really natural. It really does. And I'm usually the one who's like, I don't want natural. I want to look glowy. I'm never about being natural. I'm much more of a glow person. And I think the interesting thing about this formula is that you could make this go either way. Like I could see somebody, you know, powdering part of it, or it is definitely self-setting. I mean, you can almost feel that it's not going anywhere. It's really pretty. I'm liking this. I think it's doing a good job camouflaging. I'm interested if I take a small brush. I want to see how much coverage we can get, like on this. Probably if I color corrected first, it would be better, but that's not bad. So because it's medium and buildable, I can kind of go in and only amp the coverage up where I need it, which I like. But you can feel that like almost instant dry down. Like I think doing it this way, you almost need your fingers because you want like the warmth to help get it in, because I don't want a whole lot on here. I'm just going like on like the leftovers. I'm just trying to spot conceal. What do you guys think? Blends, looks like skin. The same color you bought, but you haven't received it. I hope you're my skin twin then. What if your skin isn't dry? What are your thoughts? My thoughts are this is going to kind of be a chameleon for everybody. I think you are going to be able to powder this and use a very thin layer. And she said the amino acid powders do a couple things, and one of them is absorbs oil. So if you're oily, there's something in this for you also. I think if you are super oily, you're going to want to use a primer underneath this that will help with your oil control, something that you use all the time. But it looks really pretty. It is a great match. It really is. I'm impressed. All right, we're going to do the bad side of my face, the side that I sleep on. I don't think this touch is very hydrating yet. Let's give it another try. It's like no color. I should put on one of her lip glosses though. All right, I am going to use even less this time. I'm going to go into like the part over here that I just want the brush primed. I don't want a lot of product on here. And I'm using really light, gentle strokes, and I'm trying to use just the edge like what her brush has. For me, personally, less makeup has become more for me. I feel like the older I get, the less makeup I can wear and get away with. I'm not talking about like fun eyeshadow and stuff. I'm talking about like complexion. Like my skin often looks worse with something on it than if I just put like some concealer on and leave it alone. And this is actually feeling like an improvement. Like this is almost like, hey, summer's almost over. Oh, I did not just say that. They're already showing us holiday stuff. And it's time to like get your makeup back on and become a maximalist, because that's what's in. It dries really fast, you guys. Don't leave it like on one part of your face. Work in small areas. I'm literally going into the part that's like leftovers. I want to see if we can get this side to look as good. This is where I struggle the most. And I want to really stipple this area. I still have so much on here. Like, is that crazy? That's why I'm saying, like, you don't even need one pump and you can't get less. Such a good shade match. What shade am I in, VBB? Too Fair Light. It does look like the perfect brush for it. I think anything that's going to allow you to get very little product and sort of like a flat edge is what you want. And you want something that's going to be really like not where the whole brush is going on you at one time. Like I could see where somebody would go in. I'll do that on my hand when I'm done using it and show you like what it could be versus what it is. Okay. This is where my texture really shows. I'm just repriming, just mostly to have that dampness. Go to the under eye again, see if we can get away with a little bit of concealer. I do have her concealer. Admittedly, not my favorite, but it's great for coverage. And I think it'll be really nice and complementary to this if you do a really light application and then go in with her concealer and do some pinpoint concealing. I think it'll work great. We're going to try it. Okay, I look very even now. And I don't feel makeup-y. There's nothing worse than feeling makeup-y. This side is already dry, dry, dry. And this side is pretty dry now. It takes a moment for it to like settle. Okay, her concealer I have in L1. It's this color. This is tremendously pigmented. I mean, I could hide my whole bruise with this. I'm going to put a little bit of it on the palette here. Wipe this off. Would like to get a teeny tiny flat brush. This is a Rephr 02. And I'm going to take a tiny amount and see if we can get away with hiding some of that pigmentation. I must have had like a really bad sunburn here. I've been so good this summer about wearing SPF because it's so much more delightful to use the SPF now. By the way, buy this. This is the Ionic Beta Glucan Barrier Sunscreen. It's phenomenal. It feels like nothing. It keeps you hydrated and it's not shiny. You could wear this and it doesn't look like you're wearing sunscreen at all. Like nothing. It's amazing. I love it. This side is a little trickier. Got that same pigmentation. Got some here. I don't want to be like perfect. I mean, I want my skin to resemble itself. Now that it's settling into my skin, I'll take a very small amount here. I'm going to grab a handheld mirror. And I am just going to look at this and kind of talk through it for a minute. Now, I had microneedling done less than a week ago, 6 days. So my skin right now is still in the recovery phase. And I've got sort of like that top layer is gonna need to go real soon. But this is doing a very nice job of sitting on the skin and really kind of becoming one with it. What are you guys thinking? I want to know. You think it's blurring? This is T3. I'm sorry, T3. T3 is my hair dryer. F3, fair 3. Do I think it could help with hollow under eyes? I think hollow under eyes needs a little bit of highlighter. Like I like to use this one from Phytosurgeons. I take a little bit of this on my finger and I go into where it's hollow to reflect a little bit more light there. See how that just, it doesn't look like highlighter. And I just go where it's dark and by actually patting a little of this in, you can take care of the hollow and then go in with a tiny bit of your complexion product on top. And it usually does the trick for me. Does that look better? Not as hollow. You're back, Joss. Great. That was fast. It was fast. I just got a full face of makeup on while you went to the airport. So this is the color, whatever the lightest one is. I can't even read this. Fresh Fog. Sorry. This is Fresh Fog. These highlighters are not like normal highlighters. Phytosurgeons just makes really magical products, I'm going to be honest. But this does that light thing that I was saying, like it just kind of picks up the shadow a little bit. It makes me feel better. The airport is only 10 minutes away. Wow. This is really pretty. This is pretty makeup, you guys. Like if I was going to a wedding, I'd feel really ready to like put the rest of my makeup on and feel like I'm going to look good tonight. Like my skin looks, it looks premium. Like it looks like good skin. I mean, let's bring the hair down for a minute and look at like the real life version. I mean, it looks, I have to say, I was a little scared because when you put a lot of this on in one place, like I did, it was like, it was so thick on my skin. And as it dried, because I was looking at the colors, I was like trying to like it. And it's hard to like something that looks like those swatches that I did, but I had to do them thick like that so you could actually see the color of the foundation. But the amount of this that you need, you guys, for your whole face is like a quarter of a pump. We got to figure out a way to pump the pump a little bit because I can't do it. Usually I can. You've used some highlighter for the hollow. It does help. The other thing that I saw somebody do that I thought was really interesting, it's Lionel Makeup. He has the best Instagram, you guys. He just hit 50,000 people and he's sweet and has great ideas. He actually has a tutorial where he uses a bronzer on the parts of the eye that appear lighter. So he brings it all to one temperature by putting the bronzer on the lighter part, and it makes the darker part not stand out. I'll do it one day for you guys. It is really cool. It's like a very interesting technique. It's like reversing exactly what you think you should be doing and doing the opposite. But it works. It does look amazing. It's really pretty. Let's put some makeup on. I have a whole organizer of Westman Atelier to play with. So I'm taking requests. The only thing that I can't do, I don't have her mascara. It's not a tubing formula, and I just don't do that. And I only have one lip liner. We're going to use it. I have probably a word I can't say. Oh, wait, this one's petal. I thought I had a different one. Maybe I have two. Oh, I do. Excuse me. I have two. Le Rêve. This is the one I love. We're going to sharpen it. This Esom sharpener with the double, it's like my favorite thing right now because of the mature beauty. Okay, so this is the lip liner, and I saw her on the Today Show today talking about overlining with limitations. Like, you don't go crazy with the overlining, and people are, and it's going to look like skinny eyebrows. I really think this lip liner thing is going to be the thing that people dress up wearing when they do the 20s parties. Went back to look at the face demo. The foundation looks very nice. Thank you. Okay, so she says start on the lip line, which I totally agree with. I like to go like right on it first. And I like to blur as I go. Now, I'm not a person that really loves those like stay all day lip liners, because I don't like the stay all day lip products, and then it just looks like I have lip liner on and it's weird. So she went a little above the Cupid's bow. Which is normally like what I would do. I also like to do a little bit of shading here and here, because since I took the filler out, they feel more deflated. And go a little here. I think the trick is blending and finding something that is almost the color of your lips or the lip product. Let me take this down. I'm going to pick out a gloss. We all have been seeing those balms everywhere. I want to take one of these pretty ones. Should I swatch these for you guys? Do you want to see the lip glosses? I have so many of them. We might as well. We're here. Let me get a sleeve. Put one of them on. This is Biscuit. Lose the watch. You'll have to excuse my bruise. I take aspirin and it's a thing. So there we go. Okay, well, this is Biscuit. It's like a pretty taupey nude. We'll pick one. You guys can vote. This is Shoo Shoo. It's like a baby pink. And this one is Nana. This is one of my favorites. It's a very pretty nude. A little cooler. These are all like magnetic, and so they all like freak out from each other. This one's called Mapus. And I actually think this is really pretty. I'm going to put this one on just because I usually don't wear color. Just a little in the middle. That's what she did on today's show. She put a little color in the middle. Look at how that like made my lips like get so much bigger. We have Garcon. This is one of my favorites. Oh, I have the highlighter and the blush and the lip gloss. Oops. I'm tempted to get the brush. You know what? For $100, get 2 rougher brushes instead. Get this Shoto 05. You will use it for everything. Somebody look up the price for me on the one from Reffer. You wanted to try the glasses, but she uses a nut oil and you have a death allergy to nuts and oils. Then you have to be super, super careful, Raina. You love my nail polish? This is OPI, whatever, it's from the summer collection. Isn't that pretty though, the Garcon? I love Garcon. Then we have Petal. It's like her famous shade. It does look good, like on anyone. It's a universally loved shade. Then we have Lulu. Lulu's very... Look, this is that smoky mood that we were talking about with, Louis Vuitton. You can get this for a lot less. Let's just do this one too. This is right up my alley. I love it. How pretty is that? I like that. With a darker liner. I would put on a different liner with this, but last one. Oh, Rudy Nudie. This is, you guys, she had this at Holiday and I have been like afraid to use it. I love it. It's like a mauve, kind of smoky. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to put some of that on too. Oh, yeah. How good is that? I need a darker liner. I have to cheat. I'm sorry. I am going to use my Lisa Eldridge. This is the 3C. C3. 3C. It's the deepest cool shade. And I can't put it down this summer because it goes really well with all those Farrah Hamidi things that I bought. But it's so good. See how that like immediately like did something for me? I like this. It's so hard to talk and do lips. Lisa Eldridge, gotta love her. Rudy Nudie and Garcon are like my favorites. This is Garcon. It's just such a good color. Honestly, she's very good with color. We know this. The only thing I didn't pull are those balm things that everybody has right now, and I can pull them in a little bit. I am going to put on a little contour. I don't want to be super sculpted, so I'm just going to use a little of the Olay color. It's light. And what I've been doing lately to sculpt, I like fingers right now because I like to tap on the top part of my cheekbone, because if I went down here where I used to contour, my whole face would fall down. So the whole point is like I'm trying to keep it on the cheekbone. And I always blend like up. And I don't want like severe definition. Here, I could use a little structure. But I've really been liking fingers for this. And then what I've been doing is I've been using the same brush that I use for for the foundation. This is a 05, and I can work it into the brush and just do a little hit before I go in with her bronzer. This has been getting a lot of use this summer. I have the #1. You can see it's like very well loved. I happen to really like this color on me, the lighter one. And this brush is so great. What I do is I go in and then I tap off. And then I'm just going like where sun would actually hit. And I'm literally using like this part of the brush so that it's not like stripes. I think people can get carried away with the bronzer, and I clearly am not tan, but I don't like to look as crazy pale as I am, especially right now, in like the prime of summer. But I feel like this gives a nice little kiss, and then at the end, I go in with the darker one to just make sure that I've got some cheekbones going. So good. Are you guys using this bronzer this summer? $45 for the Shoto. I'm telling you guys all day long, this brush, you're going to see me use it for most of the makeup today. So you could use it for foundation and other things. Love the lip liner shade. Oh, it's such a great lip liner. Love it. Lisa Eldridge. Love it. All right, you guys. Let's pick a bronzer color just to put on a little stick. I am going to go with Cocoa. Again, I like the melt. And this just, by dotting it and not swiping it, I can put it exactly where I want it. And then go in with the brush, just like on the tip where the little, see how it's like just at the top there? And then I can, like the sun would. How all of a sudden you like look at somebody and you're like, ooh, she got a little sun. That's all I want to look like. She got a little sun. Yes, I am. Thank you. Got to be careful. Shoto 5. Love the lip liner. I think I saw this. Garcon looks great. By the way, it means tomboy. Really? I'm going to show you Garcon in, I have the highlighter and the blush. Okay, so this is the blush that everybody fell in love with. So pretty. And I think this is on her website now. Can somebody just make sure that I'm not making that up? This is the highlighter, but you guys, I'm going to put it on. You will see. I'm going to put this combo on. And then we'll put a little bit of the powder. It's, let me just show you this with oh, this is whiskey. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where did it go? It was in my purse today. Hold the phone. This is terrible. Maybe it's in my car. Maybe it's right here. Sorry. Sorry, that was whiskey over there. This is Garcon, but they sure go well together. That's why I had it out today. This is the highlighter. Is it available? Garcon means bachelor apartment. Well, let me just say I've not been in very many bachelor pads aside from like setting up my nephews at school and my son at school. Oh. It's so fun getting old, isn't it? When I was reading about people that were going to go through the different makeup phases on my Instagram, I was thinking, I've already done all these fads that they're thinking about doing. Now what? Thank you, Joss. Speaking of precise application, did VB's blush stylist sell or not? I thought it was ridiculous. I gotta tell you, I love it. I'm the wrong person to ask about that one. I love the precision, and I love the fact that I can get a little tiny bit on my fingers and melt it in. I think it's such a good product because it's so transparent. Do we feel, I just feel like this is wrong for the lip. I want something to go with Garcon. We could do a little pop. That was Fizz Jam. This is Coquette and Mimi. We know this is Molly's fave. These are so great. So pretty. So soft. They're so nice. You know what? This is Sable and Suede. For you terracotta lovers, this is your dream palette. Fizz and Jam, this is the really colorful one. This is like watermelon and grape jelly. These powders are so smooth. We're so spoiled. We have such good makeup from Westman. I think I'm going with this today. This is Fluff and Puff. I feel like this goes with Garcon so well. Let's do a little of this. I am going to go in with the 2609. I think this is the Andrea brush. I'm going to go into the light pink first, and I'm literally like tapping just the edges. See how it's just on the end there? And just going to put a little sprinkle of the pink. And then I'm going to use just the edges of the brush in the darker color. And then I'm going to take it off with my hand and just do a small amount because I want to be able to go in with the cream. And whatever you have left, it's kind of weird to do all this without an eye look, but she doesn't really have eyeshadows. We'll use one of these for both. We have, this is such a pretty one that I always forget about, Tulle and Truffle. What a beautiful color that is. It's like a lilac-y pink. Very pretty. And I love how like it sort of, you kind of get like a contour with it. Woo. I love this. I love this in like a teeny tiny way where you teeny tiny go into just the top. And I just like almost like barely touch. but it just goes like boom. It's such a great, like, you look like you're dead, so you need a color. Hello, Rebecca. You're back. You're sorry. You've been in and out. Life. This is a great education for me. Not that familiar with Westman Atelier products. Thank you. You're welcome, Raina. We're just having fun here. Her makeup is so stunning. It's so fun to like do a spotlight like this. We should do this with like all the brands and just kind of like go back over what we have. Cause like, hello, like I could probably live the rest of my life and be fine. This is Petal Biscuit. I'd say like her first big thing was probably Biscuit. They're all so pretty. They truly are. Like, I feel as though I get my money's worth. I know it's not cheap makeup, but her packaging is a 10 out of 10, except when you're trying to line it up on a table because they all like go like flying. But other than that, and the fact that they're a little heavy in your bag, they're really beautiful components. I mean, she really elevates it with the magnet and the whole bit. This is Pop It. And when I like hate my skin, if you put a teeny little bit on your lip, it works. Those kind of colors that scare you are actually the ones that like I kind of need now. You like the idea of using brands? Well, hello, Full Face Felice over there needs to start her channel. She is the one who inspires all of us to do a full face of one kind of makeup. Felice has a little, like an app that her kids made for her, and it decides who she's wearing on that day. And she literally wears a full face of that person, of that company. So not mine, it's Felice. And we want it to be called Full Face Felice. I'm going to do a little of this mist just to see how the foundation feels about being remisted. Let's do a little Garcon. The blush. I do like that melt. I like the control with hands with these. Would never go straight to the face with a stick ever. Even if I was in a hurry. It's just a great color, this Garcon. Love it. There was a lady who was shopping today at Sephora, and she was looking for a highlighter. And she said that she had never worn one before, and you know, she saw it, and they were showing her the Westman. I'm like, I give it a thumbs up. All right, so this is the Garcon highlight. The reason why I like this is because there's very little color to it, and the color that there is just like the blush. I am not a person that wears colorful highlighter. I want it to look like I'm dewy and not like I'm wearing highlighter. Does that make sense? Bit off topic here, but has anyone heard if Byredo's coming out with an eye palette this fall? I have it, and I will show it to you. Like, I think I did. Didn't I? It's called Borealis. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this holds a very high place right next to the Cool Tone palette that I love so much. This one is amazing. I just think I swatched it for you guys in the last video. It has some mattes in it. And the sparkles are like insane. It is just a beautiful palette. You get warm tones and cool tones. It's really beautiful. If you look at our last live, it'll be on there. Rebecca, what does repellent refer to? Yes, Jacqueline would fab. I have it right here. Oh, the magnets going against each other, they repel. But you can feel the magnetic. I feel like we're doing like a science experiment in my first grade classroom. Full face Felice. She loves it. We want it. We need it. Sorry, Joss. When things repel each other, they move away from. Like a person's behavior can be repellent. Jealous, Rebecca. Off topic. Did I see Not Fit for Print Beauty new Shanta Kai Lion collection? Beautiful. Rebecca is by far the one that I listen to the most with the loudest. I let her be the loudest. We don't always agree on stuff, but I always agree with her reasoning. And I love her transparency, and her brilliant 25 years of experience doesn't hurt. She's a real editor, not like a fake editor. Oh, I got it from Tavia. You can DM her. You can get it too. Tavia has them. Yes, just Instagram. DM her. We love you, Rebecca. Chic profile 4, baby. When the website, it's actually on there now. You can go to the website right now because it's just kind of sitting there. And if you click on Tavia's, it's already connected to her Instagram. It's already connected to Amit, and Rebecca's is already connected also. You can watch her videos there. So if you go into those rooms and you click on the icons, they're working. And I am going to put all of this stuff into my field notes in the mail room, and it'll show all the swatches that I did. I am at the point right now where I have to pay a lot of money to get everything up and on. So I want to make sure everything is ready to be up and on that we're starting with. There's a framework that we are going to build from together, but I have to put some of the pieces up first. So we are in very, very good shape, and we're almost there. You guys, bear with me. It's been a painful process, but it's going to be so fun. And we're going to be able to do stuff like this with each other. It's going to be so nice. A rarity, Rebecca actually used a brush to apply the eyeshadows. This is a great video, Rebecca. Are they really pretty? I haven't had a chance to watch any TV yet today, but I'm going to watch. Thank you, Rebecca. It's very exciting. You guys, I have updated the app that, not the app, the prompt that we're going to be using for our individual needs. I kind of had a freak out, and I called Rebecca. I had to order some of my Rejuren masks because I just had microneedling done. And I went on Amazon, and all of a sudden there was a brand new AI connection that was meeting all my needs and explaining everything to me and recommending stuff and showing me things and knowing what I bought. And I was like, okay, no one's going to need the app anymore. And Rebecca was like, Michelle, this is exactly why. And I started thinking about, like, you're right. We need an AI that actually is for us, because that AI is a salesperson wearing an AI outfit. and underneath it is still the sale. Whereas if you build your own beauty bestie, I'm calling it, your beauty bestie, you get to give her a name if you want, or you don't have to. She's only going to be in it for you, not for a purchase, not for spending, not, you know, whatever these algorithms are trying to do for us when we're shopping. Oh, your cart, you left your cart. Well, I always leave carts. Hey, come back. What were you looking at? All those, that's all AI. And now they've got an AI helper that's going to help you spend money. I'm sorry, but like I go online to like kind of like have like independent shopping time. And I'm not going to make a decision based on an AI whose objective is to make me help the company make more money. Your AI is going to help you manage what you have and use it at its optimal level and know what you have when you're shopping. It's going to be so good. It's going to be awesome, Raina. Like, I'm very excited about it. I feel like I did when I had been writing curriculum and we were finally getting done like with the assessments, and we were finally getting to the point where we were at a place where we could like teach the other teachers so that we could all go do stuff. That's where I am right now. I did a lot of stuff. Now I got to get it out and we got to get it going. Beauty bestie. She'll be your beauty bestie because she's going to look out for you like a best friend. You know how your best friend will like kick someone's ass if they're not good to you? That's what she's going to do. You guys, this foundation's getting prettier. Isn't it? Other than like my hair is like really weird because I need to go get it washed tomorrow, and I fell on my nightstand, remember? But wow, it's a pretty foundation. It's very, it's not tacky at all. I haven't even powdered yet. Let's see how it takes powder. I am not really a powder wearer, but I'm going to put on the one that I do use, which is the Dior. Although I have heard, and I don't know if Rebecca has reviewed it yet, but Dior supposedly has a new loose powder that people are loving. All of my loose powders that I have are the old talc formulas that you guys are not going to be into, so I don't like to show it. I am going to use something light and feathery. I am going to use a Shoto 04, which is a strange choice, but same idea as the other one. This is the 00 powder. That 00 is so good. See how this one is like a calligraphy pen, and on the top, it's got those little brushes. That is what I like. I like to do like precision powder, because if I start powdering my whole face, not good. All I want to do is take down shine in the center. And if I use a really small brush, it makes me think about where I'm putting it. Like where I really don't want to be shiny. And I can't overdo it as badly, as quickly, and lose control if I use a small brush. I mean, this doesn't really need powdering. If you're dry, it's self-setting. And now I don't have shine in the center. But I always like to take, this is like a little something that I do. After I've powdered, I then go in with my highlighter. I go back over like the high points again. But then lately, I've been kind of dotting just a couple places so that when the light catches, it looks like my face has like a little bit more dimension. That's what I've decided. I'm definitely not a makeup artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like that. I want to put something on my eyes. The best women fall out of bed somehow into the nightstand. You fell out of bed recently too, my love. Let's put a little of this on my eyelids so that I can like put on. Should I put some of the Byredo on just for kicks, since we don't have like an eyeshadow from her? I've been, you know what I wore today? We can decide. You guys can vote. I've been wearing this palette, the YSL one that has not been released yet that you can get from Tavia. This one I've been wearing because it looks so good with the Farah Hamidi bronzer that I can't put down. So I've been wearing that, or I'd be happy to put on some Byredo. You guys tell me. The foundation looks great. It does. It's very pretty, guys. And it's not doing anything with my skin that's more than what it would be doing. Like, I don't feel like it's aging me. I think that's what I hate most about the makeup. I feel like there are certain heavy makeup, it just makes me look older. It makes me look like more worn out than I already do. Like, I'd rather just have like brighter under eyes and be done than have to look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. You're almost done with your second Dior powder. Molly was never a powder person either. Byredo it is. All right, I am going to just take a little of this color right here. Kind of goes like with the Garçon. It's a matte. I'm gonna back up just a teeny bit. There we go. I'm using this one down here. Okay. I always figure out with my matte where I'm going to want to have like my fake crease starting. And then I flick out over here and I have like a new little trick that I'm doing that's really fun, that I think is worthwhile. And I'm just going to pull this out like I've always done. And I do want to do a little fill in like right here. And this is all pre-eyeliner. And all I'm doing right now is trying to even out things because this eye goes much lower than this one. I don't know if anybody else sleeps on one side of their body, but I sleep in a ball on my left side and I can see it every day. So this is Pretty and Smoky. And it's not $340, which is so nice. I am going to use, I'm going to go into this one right here, that kind of lavendery color. We love rougher today. I'll do another rougher. We'll use the Shoto 03. It seems to be a Shoto kind of a night. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay, we're going to go into this lavender color. I'm just going to make sure that my mobile lid has a little color. Just to kind of like lift the shadow because I didn't put like a primer on or anything. These brushes though, I love that you can go so lightly, like barely touching. I'm going to use this kind of whitish color. And I'm just going to go into my inner corner. a little teeny bit with another Shoto. This is the 01. See, you can really see the little guys. And I literally could barely touch it. I just want to acknowledge that this space over here is a little lit. And it's a face palette, as Rebecca would say. Just giving a little something extra. All right, now I'm going to go into this sparkly guy. And with shadows like this, I just want it to make sure that it's like even on my finger when I go in. Like I don't want like a big clump. So I just kind of almost tap off my finger. And I am going to go right to the edge of my lashes right here. I mean, how crazy is this? Is that insane? That's this guy right here. This one. The sparkles are amazing. And honestly, like, I almost like less than more. Like, I'm going to tone this down a little bit. So pretty. It'll like really be great with liner. I'm just going to go very traditional. I'm going to have to order another black one of these because I'm going to tear right through it. I do like to sharpen it every single time I use it because it is so incredibly precise and easy to use. First of all, I want you to see, all I'm going to do is just touch my, look, touch, touch, touch. It's ridiculous. It's the creamiest thing in the whole world. You can smudge it around for a little bit. Then when it sets down, it's there. Like this is going to be with me until I remove it myself. What I've been doing is to tight line when you have a really sharp edge, you can literally dot in between the lashes. And it helps me to go this way instead of this way because I feel like I'm paying attention more to staying in the lashes than I am to like making a shape. All I'm trying to do is like thicken that lash line. And it's hard to talk because you have to have your mouth open when you're doing your eye. Just kidding, but I do. Look at that difference. It's so good. It just does like all the work. I mean, I'm barely touching my eyes. Which Farrah bronzers am I wearing with the quad? I've been wearing the lightest one, new with Val. Is it Val? Yeah, Bay is the one that's kind of too warm for me. It would be better on like a warm tone person. I'm just so cool toned that any hint of warmth is like over the top. Isn't that great? Now watch what you can do with this. I'm going to go right above here. Just like at the edge. And these have this great brush that literally, I go like this. And then it just gives you a little baby wing without having to do anything, like any work at all. What? I mean, seriously, like I am the worst eyeliner person in the world with the worst eyelids that are hanging down. And this little brush, it's so easy. Is that insane? Ah, it's so, so pretty. So pretty. This palette is, honestly, I passed on the entire Dior collection, period, full stop. If I bought two things that, if everything that I've seen, I'm going to say three things because it's not going to be two. The Chanel 9 pan that's coming out in 2 weeks is freaking gorgeous. The Natasha Denona Cool palette is the glam palette do-over that I have been waiting for, and Molly has been waiting for a very long time, like a very long time. And this, and be done. I could be done. And there's one highlighter that I think looks really interesting from Clé de Peau. Okay. And if I had to pick one palette, I'd probably get the Cool palette just because I'm very boring. But if I have to wear sparkles, I've got every color family, cool or warm, with this palette. That's what the special thing is about this. And it has the mattes finally. And not too many, but enough. It is really pretty. Yeah, let's put some mascara on and get this party started. I've really been enjoying the new Le Beige mascara. I have the brown and the black. I am not a brown mascara person, I've decided, but I do wear it. This mascara is fantastic because it is, I didn't even curl my lashes, but you can go back over this mascara like hours later and it builds. And I just don't know of any other tubing mascara that can do that without getting completely clumpy and weird. But this one, like you can have like day lashes and then va-va-voom them up at night. And I like that. And it really gives great length. And Gabby's pencils give you that volume because it looks like you have more lashes than you do. And I'm going to show you what I do at the end. But look at the difference. Is that a great mask? And look at the little wing. And I haven't even done my little trick yet. So pretty. So pretty. I'm digging the skin, you guys. I haven't seen myself with makeup on in a long time. Like today, I got like a glimpse of myself in the mirror at Sephora, and I was like, who's that? Because I put makeup on today so that I wouldn't be shocked. There's like a doggy hair. I'm covered in golden retriever hair. What can I say? I'm sorry, you guys. I like have such a hard time like continuing to talk when I'm putting on eye stuff. It is just like the concentrate area. Now, I did ding myself, and I will clean it up. But I love this mascara. And it's like finally at that like one consistency that you kind of get to like when you've had it for a little bit and it's like perfect. I'm going to have to buy another one. I like this and I like the Victoria Beckham. Those are the ones that stand me. I have one lash that is like weirdly long. Okay, we're good with the mascara. It's really nice, isn't it? It's like not too much. If I want too much, I go with the Vast Lash. Sometimes you want too much. Let me back you up a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Let's get a Q-tip. I want to show you guys my fun little trick. Okay. I was noticing that I can't remember who I was watching. It was a real makeup artist. It wasn't like a YouTube makeup artist. It was like somebody who's really a makeup artist doing a video. And they were using concealer to like lift this area. And I was like, well, I wonder what happened if I just took like my Chantecaille nude pencil and kind of like did that and sort of made the lift with the pencil, because this will have like good staying power, and I don't have to put on a lot, and it'll go where I need it to go, and then I can just kind of buff it. And it gives you just like that slight lift that I need. Need more lip gloss. What color are we going to do? Oh, it's Garcon. There we go. Okay, so what I've done, this is kind of funny also. If you have more than one of these, I take one of the other brushes and I go into the pencil at the end and just kind of embellish the little wing. See what I can get away with. There we go. So I used this one for this one. I'm telling you, this brush alone is worth the $25 that you're paying for the pencil. Okay, so got a cute little wing. We got some sparkles. Where? Let's see what you guys are saying. The brand is called Mature Beauty. It's Gabby, you know, Glam Girl Gabby. It's her brand. Oh, wait, I missed some stuff. Okay. Michelle, beautiful and subtle. Thank you. The palette looks like something you need to get your hands on right away. I completely agree. Rebecca, dang girl, she used the Tom Ford shadows on her eyes and the face, and the other day, Chef's Kiss. I know she everything's a face palette for her. Thank you, Jacqueline. The brand is Mature Beauty. Yes. Mascara is so, it's so much. But I would not think it's tubing at all. Comes off great, but don't get tubing. I know, it's weird. Oh, I love this group. The eye look is really pretty. I mean, you could definitely amp it up. I'll do it with one of Gabby's liners just so you can see. This is the color Steel Gray. I'm going to just put a little here. I'm just building a little bit of depth. Make sure eyes look so much bigger. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes of all time, the 21. They need to bring her back. And I'm going to go into this crazy silver. Just a tiny bit. And just hit right there. Hello, discoteca, me. And because my eyes are hooded, I make sure I'm going straight down to the lash line, because like when I look, I love that like little flash. And then here's another little fun thing. Go right in here with whatever you have left over, and it just kind of lights things up. And because there's mattes, you can go back into what you used on the top. I don't like to put this on until the mascara is on, because I always mess it up. But you can give depth to the bottom. And then I just look to see, make sure that where I'm sagging, I'm compensating. And then kind of blending it out, softening things up. And then when you think you've blended, blend some more. I kind of want to start over on the lip. I want to give this lip some love. I'm going to grab one of these. I'm grabbing Onyx. I'm going to wear it with Garcon. And I'm just going to dot this. Just to get like a little base. And we'll take Garcon. I look like I'm ready for some kind of a party. There we go. Foundation is a home run. And I mean, I haven't worn it for any length of time, obviously, but I'm saying right now, if I had to give it a grade, and this is coming from somebody who is not really into foundation, it's really a beautiful foundation. And I think no matter what kind of skin you have, I feel like it's going to do very well with oil, because it's not greasy and it's not heavy. It's super light. You got to work in small areas with very light layers, and it does blur things. I mean, it's got beautiful sheen without being shiny. If you were in the room with me, you would know that I'm wearing makeup, because no one looks like this. No one has skin that's like all one color. She makes beautiful products, and she puts them in beautiful packages. And like Molly said, she came out the door expensive, but she didn't keep going up higher and higher and higher like what we're seeing at other brands now. And I will say she's one of the brands that has been rumored for a long time that it was going to be purchased. And I feel like she has put the crowning touch, the foundation, her signature, her thing with this foundation. I think she has to make us some eyeshadows now. Not just those little pots. Like I want a palette from her. Her powders are so great. And now that she's like shown us that she can do glosses and balms, like how about like a creamy eyeshadow situation? I don't know, like what she's gonna do next, but this has my blessing. I think it's the best foundation I've tried this year. Besides, if we're talking about the It, I love the It. I don't know if that was that this year? I think it was this year. Between the It and this, I think you could probably go everywhere and use nothing else foundation-wise. And bold statement, this is better for dry skin people. This is better for every skin people. People who think this is too shiny, too hydrating, too much are going to enjoy this very much. But people who are very dry like me, and I got to tell you, I was a little bit nervous about this. I had plan B. I have my oil sitting over here that I was going to mix into it if I couldn't make it work, because I like to make things work. Like I'm willing to. I would like to play with this and see if I could make it into like a tinted moisturizer. You know, I don't know what will happen to this formulation that she has that's been so carefully put together to resemble the way that the skin is structured and to make it look blurred while also giving me long-term benefits. I mean, how can you not love it? Foundation's amazing. If the skin looks good, healthy, good skin prep, a nice foundation or whatever you use, the makeup looks good and doesn't wear you. Exactly. And when the makeup wears me, I look worn. Like I look worse for the wear with a full face of makeup looking horrible. I'd rather just have like my hair on top of my head in a scrunchie with my sweatpants on with no makeup on. Right? Yes. Amen. Can I hear it? Oh, girls, the touch is going back. It's just not, there's too many lip balms for it to just kind of be sucky. No, this will stay up like right here next to my It. This is me, the high-low girl. Right? High-low. You got to do a little bit of both. I'm all about low mascara also. There's so many good drugstore mascaras and they're all the same. And pencils are pretty much all the same, except for like these long wear ones. But this is a beauty. Chic Profile 4 on Instagram. It can be yours. And if you are a fan of the Farah Hamidi bronzers, this quad goes beautifully. I thought it was going to be too red. I was like, oh, hello. This looks like Guerlain was doing when Violette was there. It's hard to see this color because it's like one of the toppers, but these are really beautiful. Like the wine and the brown together. It gave me like almost like sunset vibes from like back when Natasha did it, but much more modern and pretty. Like this is like it's a metallic, but it's like, it's not a typical one because it's got it's hard to see, but there's like almost like a bronzy speckle to it. So it really pulls that brown color in with this. I wore it today. It was just beautiful. Like I really like the palette. YSL does a great eyeshadow, you know, they really do. And I'm very comfortable with the quad. I'm overwhelmed excited about the new Natasha palette. That is to me like that. It made my like, I was like, I am going to be able to just have one eyeshadow out and travel with it and be done. Like, I love the glam. Where's my glam? Okay. My two favorite Natasha palettes right now would be I Need a Nude, which honestly I should keep this out and wear it more. But Glam, oh my God, like just, I love it, but it's so dated in her formulas. Like it's kind of thick, like when eyeshadow was kind of thick, but the colors, I mean, ugh, there's nowhere I wouldn't go in the Glam palette. And now she's going to redo it with her new formulas. And I feel like singing. That's what gives me the yeses. Amen. Do I have the ND Cool Mini Sculpt? Yes, I think I do. This one. I like it. I forget about it. I should keep this out. You know how I have like those palettes that I always talk about, like the one that just got discontinued from Chanel, and Hourglass has one. Natasha has one too. Really great for shadows and shading. Also, I've been using this a ton. When I told you guys about this Ritual de Fille, this Intuition, I put this on with like a little bit of sparkle in the middle, and it's the contour that is just perfect for the eye to give like a shadow here. Yay. All right, you guys, I love you all. I'm wishing everybody a good week. Text me if you need anything. DM me if you need anything. Sun smoke signals. Keep me posted on what you guys are picking up. There are links to the Westman in the stories on my Instagram, and eventually I'll put them here also. You are welcome to shop wherever you'd like. I love you all. Thanks for being here tonight. This was fun. I really think this is pretty, and I think you'll enjoy it no matter. I think this is a good one for the over 40 gals. Like, I think she did this for us. Her people that she does are our contemporaries. So bravo, Gucci. She did it. She really did. Yay. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. I love you all. I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful week. Be well. Enjoy the summer. Love you guys. Good night. Bye.